Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion.
Cool.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Look at all these options.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I want to talk.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
I have all the questions, sir.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around it, would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
I have exactly one.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
Trouble.
Wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched.
By Satan?
Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Right.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Sure.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Cool. Investigate, 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 gating. Doop-a-da-doop. What a mansion! Ah, I should have kept that for when we went inside. Looking for things and secrets and things. You know, this looked a lot further from down there. It's like Dark Souls 2 level of geographing. Aha! A thing! Figurine of a whale carved from wood. It's the sort of toy that sailors made for their children. Ah! It wasn't a waste of time. Suck it, internet. Ah. Alright. See how far ahead of me he is.
Recently fallen.
Ooh!
It's as if sturdy and well sharpened.
Give it!
Sturdy and well sharpened.
Damn it. I missed some dialogue, but that's okay. Thought I was gonna get the axe. Should know better by now. This isn't that kind of game. There he is. Damn it.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent.
This guy knows everything. Let's see what I can find up here. Cool. Wait. This seems like progress. So why was he down here? Well, at least it's saved. What are you doing, bro? Okay. I guess we're doing our own thing. Damn it.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her.
What is that thumping? Is that part of the music?
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you.
Jeez.
Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Is the caretaker still around? Evidence here suggests he is.
It's surprising indeed. Let's try to keep our eyes open.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? Steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that Rod Baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Poor kid. Poor kid.
Alright. Well, one last check with him. Okay. Back up to the mansion. Oh, gotta check something. Okay. Just making sure I turned on the alarm. Little immersion breaking there. Sorry about that.
I'll have to find another entrance.
No shit. So the game still looks good. I mean, yeah, some of the textures up close aren't great. That's my computer's fault, not necessarily the game's fault. mansion looks great. Take a look at that wooden whale we picked up. So this is a clue. Okay.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on dark water.
Oh. Let's try.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police
Hey.
report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded
The
the
spiders in
entrance.
there.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
You still put flowers on her grave. You cherish her memory.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the first.
Like this haircut.
Here, take the key and do what you have
Yeah,
to do.
terrible old man.
Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
That's the name of a Lovecraft
Let's see
story.
what more I can learn from this mansion.
Oh yeah, I need to keep my eyes open and my ears open for cool little Easter eggs from other Lovecraft stories. Investigating. Yeah. Oh. Oh, it must be his shack. His summer home. What have we here?
This gate is locked.
As fuck. Alright, so when it comes to a Lovecraft game, you can always expect an old crappy New England fishing village and an old mansion. It's pretty much par for the course. Yeah, so what I was saying earlier is that achievement that popped up is called The Terrible Old Man, which is a Lovecraft story about a terrible old man. Yeah, this is how I play games, guys. I check Erwer. This guy's a lot of axes. I want to go up there, though. Hello? The point of this was... It's unknown. Let's go try the front door. Let's try this barrel first.
I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
And apples. Where the fuck did that apple come from? Seriously.
Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world.
I can relate. Should I even be here yet? I always do this. Maybe I'm just not supposed to be here yet. And this is for like something later. Alright, yep, let's make some progress. Run all the way back to the top. What it was like to be an NPC, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I must get in this door. He's like, alright, I'll let you in. And then I immediately just turn around and fucking run off in the other direction. And he's just like standing there waiting, like, seriously?
Pierce, shall we enter?
Sure. Sometimes
look
having to hold the
inside.
button down is getting
I'm
me.
with you.
Pierce and Officer Bradley explored the gardens of the Hawkins mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester, the old caretaker, still faithful to his employers. Keeps watching the place, armed with his axe. Pierce and Bradley manage to calm him down and finally get a hold of the key to the mansion. They enter the building looking for the scene of the fire. You have my axe. Axe. I see you over there in the far right. That shadow looks like a person. See you. I'm pointing at you right now. I'll get you. I'll get you. Man, these load times. Probably a good time to go make a sandwich or, you know, do some yoga. Alright, so, oh, okay. Right when I was about to actually talk about something to pass the time, it zooms up. Come on. So one of my favorite Lovecraft stories is called The Rats in the Walls. And, of course, it has to do with an old mansion and subterranean ruins and, you know,
Follow me.
that kind of thing.
I know the place. Who left this light on?
Ghosts. That's good stuff.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins.
Ugh.
What does this tell me?
F is that? It's a sea monster. There we go. Okay. Investigation.
What kind of meat is this?
Sea monster meat.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
Okay. Okay. hell's that? Am I supposed to be able to see that? Hello?
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
He was like, what the fuck is this shit, mommy? This abomination that we're gonna eat. Can we not eat abomination for one night? Please?
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it
What's
untouched?
up, girl?
Something happened at this table. An argument?
Poor cooking. I want to see your outfit. 1920s flapper attire. I like flapper attire, I think. It was a good look for women. Back in them days. Oh, I thought he was barefoot for a second.
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer.
Come on.
This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
A dead rat. Ew. That wasn't there in the memory.
Sarah Hawkins painted herself with her son, Simon, ready to go somewhere, but without Charles.
Man, that guy should have saw that coming. This painting probably took a while to do. You know, and like you come in, you check it on your wife, and she's painting this thing, and it's like, oh, interesting painting you got there, honey. And then, you know, 12 weeks later, it's done. And he's like, oh, I didn't see it coming, you leaving. Poor ratty rat. No hidden things. The lights always have this mist coming out of them. Yeah, I'll be right there, Bradley.
Charles and Sarah's wedding was painted by Sarah herself.
Ominous thunder. Have we? Yeah.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
Charles Hawkins poses like an explorer in front of exotic ruins. It is common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for? Daikini babies?
Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way.
Too much rubble. Where is the rocket?
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
Cops miss things all the time. Silly cops. Oh, that's dire.
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others?
Hey.
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
Because you found one bottle of whiskey? Jeez.
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
This painting of Rob Zombie here. Gotta fill your home with mediocre directors.
They had a fight. Why?
Because they were married?
Did it stop at the time of the fire?
Oh, yeah, it's 5 o'clock. What do you know?
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes?
What the hell?
How?
Come here, you. No, please. going to get haircuts. My sides aren't close enough to the skin. Through the ghosts. Guess that's it. Yeah, okay. So bottom left corner, we'll check over the question mark. That means I found everything. Hello? Buttons don't seem to be working. What?
Did someone escape the fire?
Oh, that means I found all the hidden things. Okay.
Blood.
Delicious.
This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Ask the ghosts. Splinters. I keep reading that as ICP. It's killing me. What? Meh. Oh,
I
over here.
just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
That sounds like your problem, sir. Alright. Time to level up my butthole. Maybe put my eloquence up. And spot hidden. That'll do. That'll do nicely. Grr. Let's read some of these clues. According to the police report, this lamp is the cause of the accidental fire that destroyed the mansion. However, bloodstains and debris tell a different story. The contradicting police report, the Hawkins drawing room tells a totally different version of the fire that claimed the whole family, beginning with the presence of a handprint that throws up the possibility of a survivor. Bodies of Charles and Sarah Hawkins left no mark on the floor, nor, to that matter, in the drawing room, contrary to that of the child. Still visible close to the fireplace, the same goes for the glass shards on the floor. A close inspection reveals the presence of blood on several of them. On the wall, the very clear mark left by the painting found in the Hawkins warehouse confirms the Hawkins case could be much more than a domestic incident. 10 o'clock. Okay. Let's go.
This door is locked.
Poopy. Well, time to get all up inside this mansion, y'all.